With the world's biggest sporting event coming to the U.S. just next year, there's never been a better time to get out and kick it. If you like competitive sports action, shopping with local vendors, and spending time with community, do I have an event for you. The 509 Summer Classic is coming back to the Tri-Cities this summer. Being only 48 degrees outside, you might not expect to see all this splashing fun going on around me. And let me tell you, it's warm in here. I'm working up a little bit of a sweat myself. Might have to go take a dip. Well, there really is no better time than this, the world's greatest sporting spectacle, less than 10 days away, and for Wattenbarger and Bird, it's a chance to bring fans of the beautiful game together.
For the first time, we can show every game. We're going to be open for the 9 a.m. games. We're going to be open for the...
On a beautiful day like today, it's not hard to see why competitors love the Tri-Cities so much. You got the fresh air, the flowing river. Ironman really takes some of the area's best features and puts them on display. In the rubble behind me, memories have vanished into thin air. Old photos, medals earned at war, these are the pieces of people that we hold on to when the people themselves are gone. The Burfords had that stolen from them. Well, guys, that's right. I've been out here since 5 o'clock earlier in our show, and I've been getting a little deeper into the excitement, and I found a few friends from down under here. Let me go ahead and have them introduce themselves.
I'm Ricky.
Hi, I'm Dina.
Hi, I'm Lexi.
All right, and so these guys have come all the way from Australia. Tell me, please, how long was this trip?
Well, we came from Perth, Western Australia, so that's the most isolated city in the world. So it was about a 20-hour flight.
That is a very, very long flight.
So long.
I hope everything went good for you guys. How has Seattle been treating you all so far?
It's beautiful, such a beautiful city, and weather's warm. It's been magic.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Have you guys had a chance to have a Seattle dog yet? A Seattle dog. It's a hot dog with cream cheese and onions on there.
We did have one. These guys had one, didn't you?
How did you guys like it? I haven't had a chance to try one myself yet, but my buddies from Washington are trying to peer pressure me.
Oh, they loved it, didn't you?
Yeah, they're very yummy, very good.
Looks like I might have my dinner plans already set here. So I'm wondering, of course, obviously the big reason we're here talking, excitement levels for tomorrow. How are you guys feeling about the game?
We are so pumped, and there's such a good vibe around the city. Everyone's in a good mood. The weather's really turned it on. It's magic. So,
well, thank you guys so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I'm going to throw it back to you guys in the studio. Ava, Siggy, everyone's enjoying the time here.
It sounds like people are already down there celebrating, Eli.
Well, Kalai, that's absolutely right. As I was getting set up here for my shot, I heard what sounded like a massive explosion behind me. I turned around, and there was a fan that had just let off what is, I kid you not, a full-size industrial-looking firework. The explosion setting off car alarms here. It's definitely one heck of a way to kick off the morning. I'm telling you, there can't be a whole lot of people still sleeping in any of these hotels surrounding the stadium, and that's kind of giving you a sense of what the energy is like here as event staff is filing in behind me, finally starting to see some fans coming in. You can really start to feel the energy of a massive, massive game day here in Seattle. The first ever World Cup United States men's national team game here in the city of Seattle. It is a massive day and a huge game against the Socceroos. Both teams looking to continue their fine form that they started off the tournament with. We're going to see how this all unfolds later today. I know it looks a little slow around me right now, but trust me, it's going to get crazy if that firework is any indication. Reporting live in Seattle, I'm Eli Kern, Nonstop Local.
I just want to be the best person I can be for racing and just life.
With a cool name like Laser, what else would you expect? Meet the 14-year-old BMX phenom.
I think racing is meant to have fun.
First pushing pedals over 10 years ago.
Wow, you got a bike?
Young Laser was doing 20-mile bike rides with his grandpa when he was in kindergarten. It took until about the age of 11 or 12 to really take it serious. Competing in over 100 races so far. Now one of Laser's biggest problems is running out of room for hardware.
It's nice to see somebody, your kid in particular, who's good at something, and then they really have the passion for it.
Laser's dad Archie's so proud to watch his son compete.
It's exciting. You're rooting just like every other parent.
Oh my God, unbelievable!
But You know, when he pulls out a win, it really, really makes you feel good.
But even more proud of the young man Laser is becoming.
He's got a big heart. A lot of the things that he does, aside from racing and competing, he helps other kids. One day we saw him doing it, and it was like, wow, he really, really is passionate about helping other people.
But don't get this kind kid confused. When he gets out on the track, he only has one speed.
I like to go fast.
Very fast. So much so, he earned himself a chance to compete in Florida earlier this year.
Watch the gate.
A strong performance that could earn him a chance to compete at the premier annual international race. On the biggest stage of his young competitive career, I had to ask if there were any extra nerves.
Not really, because I try to have everything the same. I'm not too stressed.
And of course, he got the result he needed, qualifying Laser for internationals taking place in Brisbane, Australia.
It was pretty surreal for all of us.
Now heading into the most important races of his life this July, Laser is remaining laser focused on the task at hand.
How many pounds is that?
90.
Practicing 40 hours a week on top of his school schedule.
If you want to do it, really push yourself and do the things that you don't want to do every single day. It's about trying to get the best that you can, but if you don't have fun, there's no point in it.
Laser and his father targeting the 2032 Olympic Games. One thing we know for sure is they're going to enjoy their journey trying to get there. Eli Kern reporting, Nonstop Local.
Lived here my whole life and, care about this community, and I don't want it to look like this, but, during that time, I knew I had a problem.
If you've come down Pullen Street in Richland any time in the last couple years, you had your own first reaction moment.
Just somebody hoarding, and why they allow the sidewalks being blocked, broken down vehicles.
It's an eyesore.
The property becoming infamous at city council meetings and on social media. Now the city is taking legal action. Beginning in June of 2024, several attempts were made by the city to get the homeowner to clean up. So far, that's been unsuccessful, leading to the city seeking a warrant of abatement, allowing them to take control of the property to clean up.
Had to bring the stuff over here, and then...
This is Taylor Nip.
Kind of got obsessed with salvaging stuff.
According to court documents, he's one of the property owners, telling me he's attempted a few business ventures, including home inspection, a car dealership, and more. That all ultimately failed.
I've always been intrigued by the tiny home movement, and so I thought it'd be cool to start a nonprofit building tiny houses out of repurposed materials.
And so the pile began, but that tiny home plan was put on the back burner.
And then it's really turned into a mental health crisis.
Nip telling me he's been diagnosed with a hoarding disorder.
I just know that I just can't give up, and I'm trying to get it cleaned up, and I want to make this look nice here, And
he's far from the only one hoping for the street to be restored. Right next door is Yvonne Webb.
We've been in the process of trying to sell this house for about the last couple of years, and putting on a new roof, painting, and remodeling inside now. We slowed down the process because of what we're dealing with next door.
Months, if not years, added onto the process of selling this house.
How are we going to sell with this next door? So it does depreciate the value of the house.
Webb has poured too much into this house to accept the loss.
I have friends in real estate that, have tried to say just, let it go for less, but, we've put a lot of effort and money into it already, so really want to try and see if things improve in the short term.
Despite the situation, Webb doesn't carry any anger towards her neighbor.
I think at times it's been very frustrating, but I try to just deal with the cards I've been dealt, and work with them as much as I can. I've offered to even help them, sell stuff, give them ideas, have people come in. Rather than see it go to waste, I'd hate to see them lose everything.
And Nip is worried about that too.
Oh, immensely. I'm, at risk of probably losing my house if they're trying to do an abatement where they're going to come in and just take everything and charge me, whatever fees they want to, and then put a lien on my house.
But hopeful the city can help move some of this stuff off of the property.
Everybody has their struggles, and it's just, you can't judge. You don't know what other people are dealing with and all the troubles I've gone through to get to this point.
Eli Kern reporting, Nonstop Local.
If you believe in angels, I got one. I got an angel up there.
This is Al Bass. The man you see taking in the view today went through a battle to get here.
I was a teacher. I was subbing out to the Yakima School District as a robotics instructor, and I had noticed I started getting kind of a dementia, a little forgetful quite often.
After continuing to show symptoms, Bass's wife stepped in.
She threatened me to call an ambulance, and so as stubborn as I am, I didn't. We went ahead and went in, and then that day I got diagnosed with a liver issue with they call it the NASH.
Bass spent 10 years in and out of the hospital with non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, or fatty liver disease. For 7 years of that decade, Bass slept in a hospital bed in his own bedroom, the disease preventing his body from properly filtering fluids, causing harrowing doctor visits.
He would come in and puncture my stomach, and they would put a vacuum bottle on me, and weekly they would take out like 13.2, 13.5 liters of fluid every Monday morning. If I didn't, I couldn't breathe.
This treatment lasting for a couple years before Bass's liver problems hit a breaking point. Bass was so delirious he couldn't change a tire. Once again, his wife rushing him to the hospital.
They took their tests, and then that day they said, you're not doing good.
The word was put out across the Northwest that an emergency transplant was necessary, or Bass was going to die.
They brought a helicopter in, and they airlifted me out that night. So, July 22nd, 2018. Yeah, that's when I met Greg.
He was a musician. He was not married, no kids. He definitely had a sense of humor, and Al and him are very much alike in the sense of humor department.
Greg Sutton is Janet Anderson's only son, a single mother living in Kansas City, her son living in Spokane.
It just drives me nuts to visualize I was going into the hospital and Greg was fighting for his life.
Greg Sutton was in a motorcycle accident with critical injuries. Sometimes a mother just knows.
I knew he was gone, and he hadn't been declared yet. But it gave me a chance to sit in his hospital room and pray for the recipients, whoever they were going to be. And that was exciting to me in the midst of all this, that they were going to get the call of a lifetime.
This lady's so strong. It's amazing to lose a child and be that strong.
To be in that position where somebody was going to get that call, I knew the best I could without being in that situation. I felt I could understand how excited I would be if somebody was saving my son's life.
In July of 2018, Greg Sutton died. His organs saved the lives of 4 others, including Bass. After the first few months of initial recovery, Bass wanted to reach out, taking several attempts to get the letter just right.
I start writing it, I'd break down. Write another one, I'd break down. How do you thank somebody, who just lost their only child? Single mother of 1, and she just lost him, and I lived.
When I got the letter, I was crying uncontrollably to where I couldn't read the letter. I had to keep wiping my eyes, and as soon as I'd wipe them, they were full again. And I thought, quit, I gotta read this letter.
Finally exchanging phone numbers, Anderson was able to speak to the man that was saved by her son.
He was so scared to talk to me, and I get that. I mean, how do you talk to somebody who's lost a loved one? And he was stuttering, and he gets very emotional even to this day.
In the 6 years since, the pair have continued their friendship, bonded by the life-changing experience they share.
We talked a lot that first year. It was almost like I got him through it because he felt a lot of guilt, but yet he got me through it because I went through obviously a lot of hard times. And I knew he understood.
To be so close to death, you become conscious of everything around you. You become conscious of life.
Because we all, I would hope, want to help somebody in life. And what better way than our very, very last act on this earth? We go out, literally, the last thing we do is help other people. Can't get any better than that.